The DMK is all set to hold a mega celebratory event, the Mupperum tomorrow, that is June 15th in Coimbatore. The DMK says, we have multiple reasons to celebrate. One, of course, is the stunning victory that they got in the Lok Sabha elections, winning 40 out of 40 seats in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. The second, of course, is the centenary birth anniversary year of M. Karnataka, the DMK Supremo. And third, of course, is the fact that the DMK government has completed 3 years in power. So these are the reasons that the DMK gave to hold this particular event. And it's going to be massive, is what we're hearing from our sources within the DMK. But though DMK has a lot of reasons to cheer and celebrate, what is caught the eye of many is also the location that they're holding this event in. They're, of course, holding it in Coimbatore. Remember, where the DMK defeated Tamil Nadu BJP chief K. Annamalai. Does it have anything to do with the choice of location? We'll take that question to Salem Danidharan from the DMK, who is joining us for the discussion. Also, we have Vizha, who is from the BJP. Salem Danidharan, why Coimbatore?
I think the leader himself has told the reason why Coimbatore, I think rather hinted at the reason. Coimbatore, rather the Congo belt, has been considered as the BJP's stronghold. But even there, we managed to win ADMK, also the BJP, hands down. And which is why we want to start the Mupperum Villa there, because it's also sending a message to specifically the people, like the message we are going to sit the whole of Tamil Nadu. But I think having it in Coimbatore, we are also specifically sending a message to people of Congo belt that we are also strong in the Congo region. That's about it. Even if you look Pollachi, we won with about 2.75 lakh votes. In 2014, we were placed third in Pollachi, legislative parliamentary constituency. And even Pollachi Assembly constituency, we haven't won since 1996. But we were able to win with 2.7 lakh votes. And if you combine both ADMK and BJP together, it's more than it's more than a lakh difference. And on nearly all of the uh, Congo Belt parliamentary seats, it was a comprehensive victory, barring maybe one. And which is why we want to thank the people, and also to reaffirm DMK's strength in Congo Belt. Which is why, if you also look way back in December, uh, we had the youth wing conference, second youth wing conference with the DMK in Salem. That again was to show that we are strong in Congo Belt, and it is not just as ADMK claims that they are stronger there and DMK is not.
But is it also a way of sending out a message to the BJP? Because in the run-up to the elections, there was, of course, a lot of talk about BJP wanting to trying to make inroads in Tamil Nadu. They, of course, went on to say that they have a historic performance in the state. Their vote share, of course, has gone up, but they weren't able to win any seats. Because I ask you this because even in the run-up to the elections, during the campaign, Coimbatore was chosen as the place where M.K. Stalin and Rahul Gandhi, the Congress leader, the prominent face of the Congress party, chose to do a joint campaign. So somewhere the DMK is also trying to send across a political message. Look, we are taking on the BJP head on.
We're not taking on the BJP head on, because even in 2021 elections, right, the meeting of Rahul Gandhi and Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu took place in Salem, which is again 200 kilometers north of Coimbatore. So it's been happening in Congo Belt. I think the message is to show that we are also strong in the Congo Belt. That's about it. But your question, BJP having gained traction. In fact, in 2014, BJP's vote share was higher than this. That's point number one. And point number two, this time BJP also managed to cobble up a stronger alliance. If you look, Patali Makal Kachi has about 6% vote share. Then you have the smaller parties, right? Which one belongs to Mr. Parivender, the other belongs to Sharat Kumar, and several other parties which have about one, yeah, OPS's party and TTV's party. They all have about, even assume 1% vote share, then it becomes 11, and BJP's vote share is then again going down to less than 7% or 6%. And again, there's one more interesting factor is also that this time BJP managed to make a lot of star candidates contest. Right? What happens when a star candidate contest, let's say like former chief minister or a former governor or a very well known actor. So even though they don't win election, they try to garner some 2 or 3% additional votes, right? Which does not belong to the party, because for the stardom they have, which has nothing to do with the party's grassroots presence or anything. It happens in every election, right? So that again, if you minus all that, and you can't in assembly election this wouldn't work because you can't go and find 200 sitting governors, right? Or we don't have that many actors also. If you have to give them all tickets or former chief minister. So I don't. So if you minus that also, I think the vote share I don't think has increased. Mm, right.
Okay.
So
Madhumati, would you like to respond to that? The vote share of BJP hasn't really increased, is what
Absolutely.
Narendran says, and also your take on why the DMK has chosen Coimbatore as the location to hold this Mupperum.
Yeah. So 2014, the election was under the leadership of DMDK, and BJP did not contest in this many number of seats. So the percentage that we got cannot be compared to 2024. Anybody with basic brains will understand that. 2024, DMK, the alliance was led with BJP at the helm of affairs. We stood in 23 seats on our own. So the percentage calculated is what we have achieved. Having said that, the point being, I am as amused and amazed at the fact that the festival is happening in Coimbatore. When you call it a Mupperum Vizha, and with the celebration of the stalwart Kalaignar as far as Tamil is concerned, and you're celebrating it in Coimbatore and not Madurai, very clearly shows that you want to message and prove a point to the BJP, and you understand Annamalai is here to stay. He is not going anywhere. So you're only trying to prove points to my president, my state president. This has got nothing to do with ADMK, because we all know ADMK lost deposit in more than 7 constituencies this time. So let's not go into what the ADMK is doing, and let's not talk about those equations, and let's not go into how Annamalai lost in Coimbatore. That's not the discussion today. Your choice of venue that you mentioned, Shilpa, is amazing to me also, because out of the blue, suddenly Salem and Coimbatore become very important. They become more important than Madurai, which is supposed to be the belt of Tamil and Sangam and culture and all of that. And none of that is being utilized. You want to come to Coimbatore and create a huge show of strength, which means there is a lot of fear which people don't want to talk about. And Dharanidharan's smile shows me I'm an actress. I can understand body language and face reactions to an extent. I'm not claiming to be the best actress in town, but I'm a decent actor. And I can understand when somebody smiles when I say Coimbatore is the focus and Annamalai is here to stay. So I think it's quite clear. It's quite crystal clear. And we will see what happens in 2026. At least we are now leading an alliance. We said no to a big Dravidian party. Whether it happened from their end or happened from our end, ADMK didn't contest with BJP this year. Please show me one election where the DMK is going to stand alone and win seats from 1967. One election where the DMK stood alone and won seats without an alliance. Then we'll
So
talk
do you
about whose alliance is bigger or better.
So do you believe that the DMK is deliberately doing this to probably, hit the credibility of Annamalai as a leader? Because BJP projects Annamalai as this young, aggressive face who's given the party a fresh outlook in a state like Tamil Nadu, who's taking the party forward in Tamil Nadu. But whereas the DMK is trying to show, look, we have stopped the BJP in Tamil Nadu and we've defeated Annamalai, the face of the party, with a margin of over 1 lakh votes.
Let me make it very clear to you, Shilpa. Annamalai is a young, dynamic, aggressive politician, and he is here to stay. How many ever times, in how many ever ways you ask me this question, that is the answer. BJP is not projecting Annamalai. Annamalai is not a film star who needs a PRO to be projected. Annamalai is coming up from the grassroots. He is not the son or the grandson or the great grandson. He is the son of a farmer. He is coming from the grassroots level and he's growing this high like a meteor. So you cannot say the BJP is projecting Annamalai. We don't do these projection-oriented politics. Is not something that BJP does. Okay. Second point is you are very deliberately trying to give a message to Annamalai only. Otherwise, why this sudden love towards Coimbatore when you didn't have the love when 3 of the rivers in Coimbatore have dried up? In the 3 years of running the government, nobody bothered to look into the 3 rivers in Coimbatore that have dried up and all the problems that we are facing in Tamil Nadu. But suddenly you look at Coimbatore and you want to give a message to the people of Coimbatore that, oh, we have defeated Annamalai, so we are going to stand in Coimbatore for 3 days. Let's be very clear, the agenda is very clear.
Dhanidhar, would you like to respond to that? Because this is something what Annamalai has also said. In fact, he issued a statement yesterday saying that the DMK has not really done anything for Coimbatore, and suddenly they're showing so much of love for Coimbatore. He
like
says,
how- it's
what
like
real
how all of
development
them-
has the DMK government brought to Coimbatore is the question that he asked.
No, this is how they are. That's modus operandi. The minute they know that somebody is being put down, immediately, or if somebody is challenging, then immediately the love will go towards that. That's the antithesis. This is a normal thing. It's been happening for 60 years. Why only now?
Dhanidhar, you want to take that?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? So the first and foremost, I'll say BJP's vote share even in Coimbatore, right, is 0.5% less than what it was in 2014 when a BJP
Sir, your
candidate.
vote share was 6% less this time, sir, but you still won. Are we talking about that?
But you're
Are
saying
we
you're
talking
growing.
about that, sir? Of
You are
course we
saying
are
the party is
growing.
growing.
Can we say that because your vote share came down by
So,
6%,
ma'am,
you don't deserve to win?
ma'am, when you spoke,
No,
Okay,
I'll
let
not
me
nobody has
him
interrupt you.
this much
respond.
time.
You can
Yes.
respond. You can respond, right? So,
No, I'm
so
done
yeah, so
responding. You can continue.
So the Annamalai vote share reduced by 0.5% in it was I think 32.83 when the previous BJP candidate who's now governor of Rajasthan, Jharkhand, contested,
CP
and now it's
Radhakrishnan.
and it's now 32.23 when Annamalai is contested, and not even a single booth they were able to manage a lead. In many of the assembly constituencies, not even a single booth, Annamalai was able to take a lead. I think that shows the strength of DMK, because DMK was placed third in 2014 election. So it's a big comeback in spite of us being in power for three years, which means the people are with us. I think people's mandate is more important. That's what even the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is saying. And our vote share has not reduced by any means. Maybe in certain constituencies they reduce, certain constituencies increase. In fact, in Pollachi it has increased drastically. In Chennai, certain constituencies they increased. Maybe Salem, where I come from, it has
But what
reduced.
about the charge that the BJP is leveling that the DMK has not really done any
No, see, I
development or taken any
no. I think
big
it
projects
can
to
be,
Coimbatore?
it can be a rhetoric, but you go see Coimbatore, anything and everything has been done. In fact, DMK government has been pushing for the extension of the Coimbatore airport, but the land, the airport authority of India is not cooperating. In fact, both the Pollachi MP from DMK then and the Communist Party MP, they had numerous meetings for the extension of Coimbatore airport so that it can become a full-fledged international airport. See, another reason to have it in Coimbatore is not absolute, it's not anomaly. It's an absolutely false assessment. Coimbatore is the second biggest city in Tamil Nadu. If you have it in Chennai, you know what they come and say, you do everything in Chennai. You do it in Madurai, they say do everything in Madurai. And that's why I think Madurai we've had events. Last year there were couple of two big events that happened in Madurai, and this time it's happening in Coimbatore. And last Jan it happened in Salem. And Salem has nothing to do with Annamalai per se. It's I think the home district of the ADMK chief Edapadi. No, it's the party's prerogative to have events across Tamil Nadu. No, I think there was event in Ramanathapuram also. If you look about last 8 months, 9 months back, a big event where about 2 lakh people attended. There was also event in two big events happened in Tiruchi in the last 1 year. So I think we've been focusing on every zone, and there are only 5 zones, right? So it has to happen in rotation. So and now we've had it in Coimbatore, and like next you'll see in another zone, maybe South Zone or Central Zone. That's my leader's prerogative to say that we are only obsessed with Annamalai is very true, is very false. We do not even see him as an opposition leader, not even as a third largest party, because I think it's just a party that has managed to have the same vote share as earlier and lost deposit in about dozen of seats. So I don't think we are even slightly or remotely threatened by Mr. Annamalai.
Okay, since we are short on time, one last question to you,
Oh,
Dhanidhar.
one more thing. One more
Yeah.
thing. Also, Prime Minister, when we asked for money, when the huge floods happened both in Chennai and Tuticorin, the flood was us. We have never seen such a flood in the last 120 years. No money was released. He never came and bothered to visit.
Oh my
When elections
God.
were announced, he made 7 visits.
Same
Right. So
old story, same old fake news
I'm just
propaganda, which you are so
I
good
can
at
tell you, like,
doing. You
same
will
old
not
propaganda.
accept the money that came from them, but you will only
The
talk
money
about
never
what
came.
didn't come.
The
Fake
money
news
never came.
propaganda, the mantra
No,
of the
money never came.
DMK. What can I do? Unfortunately, you are made to speak this. I feel sorry for you. What to do?
Okay,
Anyway.
let's stick to the Mupperum Vida. One last question I want to take.
Well, I didn't start this, man. He said it, so I had to give a counter. I can't sit quiet.
Yes,
No,
yes.
when you start accusing the wrong facts. I'm sorry.
No, she
That's
has
not who I am.
No. You started saying, what have you done for Coimbatore? I said, what?
You have done nothing for Coimbatore. Everybody knows that.
We have
You
done,
have done
everyone
nothing
knows
for
that. Others people
Coimbatore.
voted for us.
You have done nothing. We all know how
Why
the
did
people
people vote for
voted.
us?
That's for a different debate. We all know
Yeah,
how
that's
the
for a
people
different
voted.
debate. I agree. That's for a different debate.
The premise
Let's
today is
now
different.
get back to Mupperum Vida. Dharmendran, I want to ask you this one last question. There are speculations that the DMK may use this platform to sort of, some leaders may suggest the elevation of Udayanidhi Stalin, considering the manner in which he's campaigned for the party in this election. There is, of course, a lot of buzz that some leaders may suggest that Udayanidhi Stalin be elevated as the Deputy Chief Minister. Are we going to see that happen?
I think it's my prerogative of my chief minister to elevate and downgrade anyone here, he or he wants to, right? So I think whenever the chief minister makes a decision, it will all be known. As of now, we do not know any information. I think it's complete prerogative. I think he has not even approached the governor yet. So I think I'm not even sure if he's going to approach the governor. If at all, we will all know because it's prerogative. So,
Okay. So we'll wrap up this discussion here. The DMK says, look, it's not just about Annamalai. We have our own reasons for holding this event in Coimbatore. We are trying to reach out to the Congo Belt. We want to tell the voters there, the people there, that the DMK government stands by them. Whereas the BJP says they have no other intention. The DMK government has not really brought in any development to Coimbatore, but they're simply using this to damage the credibility of Annamalai. Whether or no there's any truth to it, the fact of the matter is the choice of the location by the DMK to hold this Mupperum is quite strategic and loaded with political messaging. Thanking you both for joining us. Thank you for sharing your insights here on Indian Day SoSouth.
Thank you.